Thank you very much. Jari-Matti Latvala, he's better known as a rally driver. He's been there and he's won in a Toyota Gazoo. And for you, Yari, getting back to the safari, what's the story that you get, knowing that your generation of drivers haven't been to the safari before?
Yeah, it's really fascinating to get in Kenya to the safari rally. My father did it back in 2001 and he finished 11th overall. And I seen the videos, seen the stories, and I was so excited about it because I went to 3 years ago, end of 2018, I came to Kenya for the holiday. I wanted to see the country, I wanted to see the landscape and get an idea what it was to drive over there. So, okay, now it's coming back. Unfortunately, I'm not driving myself this time, but as a team principal, I'm able to come there and enjoy and see how it's going to be the modern safari rally.
And coming in with Toyota Gazoo Racing, unlike the late Beyond Valdegat, Juha Kankkunen, his winning car is in Kenya, by the way, car number 21, the Celica, Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
Yes, and Ian Duncan, all winning the WRC in Toyotas. What's the legacy that this team now brings, given the history and the fame of those cars?
If we look back in the 80s and the 90s, the most important event in the WRC calendar for Toyota was the Safari Rally, and winning the Safari Rally. They did a lot of efforts and a lot of work for the Safari, for the cars, and for sure Toyota was very successful. And as you mentioned, that the legacy what the Toyota has, it's amazing, and so it's really nice to come back there and as you said, to see the Celica of Kankkunen from the period. So it was an event, it was a test for the drivers, for the cars, and by the winning you could for me to demonstrate that a very, very strong car, and for sure it was very valuable in the marketing wise for the manufacturer, and I think it still is a bit the same, that now we come there and we hope our car is strong like the Celicas.
Well, so far, how has the season been? We know that the Rally Sardinia turned out to be was one where slowly Toyota inched forward. After 5 events, where do you find yourself placed looking forward to this?
For sure, the season with the 5 rallies has been going really well for us. It's been amazing season up to this point, because we could not dream of being, having 1-2 victories. We have had those already now 3 in the 5 rallies. It's really amazing. So for sure, we can say that we have the best drivers, and the team has been doing the amazing work. So, okay, we know that this point now, when it's going well, it's also probably the most difficult part, is because you have to maintain the performance. Up to this point, you've been working to get that level, but now you have to also maintain, because we know that Hyundai is hunting us really strongly, and they really want to win the events, and so we need to keep working.
Now, let's talk about the team that you got, Sebastian Ogier and Julen Ingracia. Well, Julen Ingracia, we discovered he's in Nairobi. We are so quick on social media. Alvin Evans, what an interesting driver. And Takamoto Katsuta. Tell us about those 3 before I move on to Jan Kale.
Well, yes. Okay, for sure, Sebastian is a many-time world champion. He's really experienced, and I think it's, in Sardinia, he really saw there that, that rallying is, driving for sure need to be fast, but it's also being consistent, and also that you also have to think about the car, and also thinking about where you push and when you don't need to push. And he's a master of that, and that's why he's very, very strong, and for sure, winning the events and championship because of finding that fine balance of being super fast but not too fast. Elvin, for me, has done amazing job. He has been, I would say, he's actually been the most consistent driver of the whole year. If you do, he has done not a single mistake. Then he has won one rally, which is amazing, also. But really, what I'm really happy, that he's like a base pillar of the team. That he can count on him, and he will always bring points. And now he has been step by step. Performance is being getting higher and higher, and he starts to be there that he can challenge the Ogier, and he has chances to win the championship. So he has been getting mature enough, and he has done this progress work really, really well. So I'm really I would say it's fantastic to be a team principal when you have these kind of drivers. Then young Katsuta, if you look what he did end of the last year, he did very good steps end of the last year, but I think he has raised up his level this year. It's been really consistent. We have seen some speed, and by that driving, that he has done, I mean, they are really the steps that, now as being in the fourth car, for me, he really started to show the potential that he can be in the top 3 driver lineup in the future. Maybe is it 2022, 23, but the steps are really significantly great, and he has then run super work, and I hope he will keep going this work and raise up the performance, and one day he will be our inside the number 3 drivers.
Kalle Rovanperä, quite young. He's further finished second in the last WRC Safari, Jari Rovanperä, and he's not had the last few rallies have not gone so well for him. But what's his potential, and how are you working to see that he's able to use his natural pace and also be, as you groom him to become a consistent driver?
Kalle is really a rising star, and he's one of, I would say, he's a driver. He is going to be the future world champion. He started as a young age. He has his father, Jari Rovanperä, the experience. He has been got it from Harri. He has all the right tools to work to become a champion. The last 3 events, he has had some difficulties. Yes, one he did one accident, then 2 events where he has technical issues, and unfortunately, it's not related to him. It's not his fault. It's a bit of a bad luck, and also one thing leads to another, and unfortunately, these technical problems happened to him. We are very sorry about it, but we also try to now improve our suspension after Sardinia, that for the Kenya, that we have a stronger car, that things wouldn't happen anymore. But I think he also is that he's so young that I think this process that he has had 3 bad rallies, it's also educating. That one sense that he's to become a champion. It's not your way to become a champion is not gonna be easy, and if it's too easy, it gives you the wrong picture. And I think in this sense that if he now it's a process where you educate yourself to make your mind stronger, to think about a little bit differently, and I think it's mental strength will get better on him. And I think because he has time, he's so young that he's going to be he's going to be now 20 years old, and so there is still plenty of time him to win the championships. I think the youngest World Rally Championship driver is still, is it Colin McRae, 27 years old. So if you want to aim for even that, so he's many years time.
All right. Now, you mentioned about having a stronger suspension. Portugal, Sardinia, and now Safari. Looks like it's getting tougher and tougher on the suspension. How are you looking at these three gravel rallies, and also the fact that you've got to balance how you use your tire allocations?
Yeah, it's we have had problems with Kalle in Sardinia, and then we had another technical problem in Portugal. So yeah, we've been really trying to look these problems carefully, and we were testing we have been testing in Spain in the roughest conditions what we can find from Europe to prepare for the Kenya. So I would say that I'm very confident now that the things will be improved for the suspension, that now it should be strong for the Kenya. Of course, there have been also other areas we've been working with the cars, trying to have the strongest car ever. I mean, I think it's the strongest Yaris what we have ever built. Now for the Kenya, the some guards under the car are heavier and bigger than usually we use. So, like I said, it's the strongest car we have ever built. But it's not gonna be like the Safari bull bars and no snorkels like in the 90s.
Well, that won't be necessary. I don't think you'll be crossing deep rivers. But there is also a transition. You were picked from the driver's seat, so you had to listen to the team strategy. Now you are the team principal. You're giving the team strategy. What was that transition?
Well, for sure, it was when we went to the Monte Carlo. It was a bit. I was quite, of course, very nervous about. It's very different situation. Still the same people, same environment, but you're looking completely from different aspect. And but now I think after like half a year in, now I started to get settle in, and I've been enjoying it. And I think it's what I try to do is I try to think about it. Of course, I think about it from the driver's point, the rallies, and I try to, of course, help the drivers as much as I can, and try to keep the good feeling inside the team. That is my job. That really look that we would be working together inside the team, and I like this job. It's really nice. Of course, I have this feeling that I miss the driving, and that's why I have done an agreement with Toyota that I can do these historic rallies. And I did one rally last weekend, so in Finland. So this is satisfying for me. So this is now a nice combination.
All right, and Tommi Mäkinen set up Toyota Gazoo, and you took over from him as team principal. Any insights from him about the Safari?
Of course, we have been, over the years, like when I was driver, we were talking with Tommi quite a lot, and about different events and the stories from the safaris, and then, but now lately I haven't spoken with Tommi, but like we have Kai Lindström, who used to be a co-driver for Tommi Mäkinen, so we have Jarmo Lehtinen, who has been in Safari. We have Toni Kaademeister in the team as a weather crew. We have many guys inside the team who had experience from the Safari, so that helps us to come there to Kenya. Finally,
I want we're going to give a message to the people of Kenya and in Swahili. I'm sure you've learned some Swahili.
Well, yes, of course, the jambon is what you use usually, but that when I was 3 years ago, when I was in Kenya, I was in the area, we know Masai Mara, and then there was another place called Amboseli.
Aha.
So I think the Amboseli is a little hurricane, is it?
Yes.
Yes. So that's these are the words I know, but of course I even knew more, but I forgot it because it's been now some other things in my mind lately. Jambo, Kenya. Naitwa Jari-Matti Latvala. Mimi Midoshi ba Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally Team. Toyota ni nomashana tunakoya kuwashika.
Very nice. That's it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Asante sana and karibu Kenya. Hope to see you.
Asante sana.
Right.
Okay.